So this video is being prepared before Christmas Day. But you can be absolutely certain that Trump will post an insufferably smug post on Truth Social saying Merry Christmas, including to his enemies, which he will then go on to insult in a large paragraph. The point is to appear humble and extend goodwill, but then to defeat that purpose entirely, because he has no grace or taste, and he cannot acknowledge his enemies without slandering them in some way. This inability to just be decent for once is part of what makes Trump so uniquely unlikable. He's so full of resentment, yet he pretends he's not affected by it at all. The quintessential Twitter user. He can't express empathy without being utterly distasteful and vulgar. He can't comment on any tragedy without turning it into a political weapon. He makes everything about him, about his personal grievances, no matter how irrelevant they are. Plenty of people like Trump from afar, but they don't know what he's like to be around. He's the guy at the dinner table who constantly interrupts everyone else. The guy who always turns the conversation back to himself. The guy who shows no interest in anyone else. He's the guy you scramble to get away from at parties because he's a total creep. He's the guy you wish would just shut up for 1 minute. But he never does. If they were made to live with Trump for a year, the MAGA cultists would see how intolerable he is. It's because they don't know what he's really like that they can spout all those ridiculous fantasies about how great he allegedly is. They don't know him at all. They only know the cult persona. Those who have had to put up with him personally have rather different stories to tell. Look how many people who used to work for him now despise him. He's not popular with those who have gotten close to him. To keep Trump happy, you have to pander to him constantly. Normal conversation is out of the question. You have to flatter him, agree with him, laugh at his terrible jokes. You have to pretend he's smart and powerful and fascinating. You have to pretend you believe his lies. No one who's permitted direct access to him these days ever confronts him directly, and for a long time before now, journalists have been far too cowardly when it comes to Trump. They let him spout his madness rather than challenging him on it. Someone in your regular life who didn't shut up about themselves would be irritating and exhausting. But people eat it up when it comes to Trump. That comes down to one thing: tribal identity. When Trump talks about himself, there's a kind of vicarious feeling of power for the followers. When Trump flatters himself, he's also in a sense flattering his followers because they identify with his views. Just look what happens at his ghastly rallies. He says something good about himself, and they all cheer. They think it's about them. They think he is them, but he's not. Trump is a strictly one-dimensional person. The only axis he respects is his own need for validation. There is absolutely nothing more to the man than that, literally. And that's why he can't talk about anything other than himself. He doesn't have multiple competing motivations like normal people do. Everything is purely about making him look good. So do your part to combat the Trump lie. Any mega loons in your life, get rid of them. They are sickos. You don't have to put up with them. MAGA does not deserve to be positioned as a valid, acceptable ideology in society, because it isn't. These freaks must all be taught that if they support Donald Trump, then they are unacceptable. There have to be consequences for adopting insane, racist, extremist views. Don't tolerate them occupying space in the mainstream. It's the duty of all sane people to maintain sanity by rejecting insane monsters.